Hi guys, Deb Acker here, and welcome to the New Paradigm Love channel. So first and foremost, you're gonna see that there's a ton of relationship healing videos on this channel, and understand that that is the first key to really creating new paradigm love. That being said, as we start to go, I'm going to start to give you different offerings and different ways to really create new paradigm love. So first step is always going to be healing, right? It's always going to be healing yourself, healing your core wounding, right? But then from there, it's like, how do you really begin to create those relationships? So first and foremost, if you are new here, welcome. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you're going to want to make sure, because there's going to be so much awesome and juicy content coming up over the next several weeks, over the next several months, that you're going to want to make sure not to miss. For those of you who are new here, my name is Deb Acker. I am an intuitive love and relationship coach, and I work with men, women, and couples to really support them in creating their big vision in love and relationships and their big vision in life. Because as you will hear me say in these videos, the two things, this is so important to remember, so I'm going to say it a lot, but the two things that we need to remember in our time here, the two things that are going to matter most at the end of your time here is, one, did you really pursue that big vision? Like whatever you're calling, whatever you came here for, did you really pursue that and go after it? Did you really do what you wanted in this life? And the second thing, and the thing that is nearest and dearest to my heart, is how did you love? Right? Did you love who you wanted to love? Did you love in the ways you wanted to love? And did you love at the levels you wanted to love? And did you really get to know someone? So today's video is really the first thing that needs to happen when you've had a fight with someone, right? You know, most of us were wired like when we've had a fight with someone, especially like if you've had that fight, but you still like you're in a relationship with them, you still want to be in that relationship, and you really want to actually bring them closer, even though the fight may have pushed them away. Right? And so what is the first thing that needs to happen? First thing that absolutely needs to happen is, first you've got to feel what your experience and your feelings were. So if you are mad about, you know, what they did or how they showed up or what you said, like, or if you're ashamed of what you said, feeling those feelings. And even one simple way, a lot of times we can have a hard time accessing our feelings. So one simple way though to access that, if that is you, is to even just say out loud, like, I'm so mad at you. Like, I am so mad at you right now. And like really try to tap into that anger. That's a great starting point. And if you said that, like, you could say it 100 times, like whenever, until you have like it has no energy on it, right? Until you can't say it any longer. If you say it several times, it will shift. Right? It will start to shift, and then the energy releases. Or if you're really if you're really upset, if you're hurt, whatever your experience is, the more you can really honor that and feel that before you go back into the conversation to resolve it with the other person, the less charge it's going to hold and the easier it's going to be to have a more neutral dialogue with that person. And when you're able to have that more neutral dialogue with that person, then all of a sudden, you know, it's going to be easier, and like you're not holding the charge. If they were doing their own process, they're not going to hold the charge, and then you're going to be able to have like a really loving and open dialogue, and that dialogue is going to bring you closer. Now, if you're wanting to dive into this topic and really, how do we create like deep, alive, juicy, connected relationships with each other, right? You know, what are the next steps? Like when you've gotten in a fight, after you felt your own experience around it, what are the next steps that can really help you to create a deeper closeness with that person, right? How do we, you know, what are the keys to really being deeply known and felt and seen in our relationships, right? How do we share our deepest truth in our relationship? So if you're wanting to dive into some of those topics, I have a complimentary Deep Relating Masterclass. The first one is coming up on Wednesday, May 18th. If you're watching this video and it's after Wednesday, May 18th, 2022, if you're watching this video, definitely check that link anyways, because there's going to be likely another way for you to see that class. But no matter what, come, you know, if you're watching this video now, come join me in this class, because it's just going to be so awesome. There's going to be so much good content there. It is going to be so juicy and exciting and alive. And, you know, if you're like me and you crave those deeper conversations, like it is so important, you know, that we know how to have those, right? And we know how to share ourselves in ways that are vulnerable and real and everything. So that is today's video. If there you have any questions on what I shared, if you've got a comment, feel free to comment below. In everything that I do, including my videos, I am looking to build relationships, right? And so your comments and your questions and getting to know you matters to me. Okay, and so definitely invite you to do that. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to leave you with one final thought on this. At the end of our time here, like I said, one of the things that's going to matter most is if we were deeply known in our life. Like if you had relationships where someone really knew you and you didn't hold back and you didn't hide. And that is one huge thing that I'm a stand for. So just planting that seed as we start to go into the world, right? And how we learn how to share ourselves. So until next time, have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.